Okay, so in the last video, I took apart my broken iPhone 5S cracked screen digitizer. Phone still worked, but got all those cracks all over the screen, so it's just annoying. We're going to use it for just connecting to the Wi-Fi, using it to use the VR headset for the phone. Some pretty cool, cheap entertainment for the kids. They like it. So now I'm going to start putting everything back together. So here we go. All right. So here's the old LCD digitizer assembly. The LCD still works. The digitizer still works. So you could use it, but trying to separate the two, it's just too much hassle. And you're probably going to damage the LCD trying to separate them. So I'm just going to trash it. So set that to the side. This is the new assembly that I'm going to put everything onto. So we'll start with the home button, and then we'll go with the back plate, which has the camera attached to it. I'm a little concerned because when I took it apart, the ribbon cable for the camera looks like it might be damaged. There's also a screw missing, so on the back plate. So somebody's taken it apart before, it appears, and so the camera might not work, but I'm not too worried about that. So we'll do the back plate after the home button. Then we'll put the flash back connected, the bracket for the flash for the camera. And then after that, we'll basically just have to reattach the ribbon cables back to the phone, put the phone back together, and then put the two screws at the bottom and fire it up, and everything should be good to go. So we'll start putting it back together and see what we got. Okay, so now I got the home button in place, got the bracket screwed in, the two screws there for the bracket. Now I'm going to reattach the back plate. We've got about 5-6 screws for that back plate, so we'll get that put back together. Please excuse the background noise. I got kids that are very loud at times. So, okay, so we're going to get this back plate put back on now. Okay, so now we've got the camera, flash assembly, everything together. Put these two screws back on for the bracket for the flash. If you look on my refrigerator magnet I'm using to hold my screws, I got one screw. I've kind of kept them separated, so you can kind of see that screw will go here, and then we've got 4 screws here that's going to go with this bracket here. When I put that on, that's once we connect it back to the phone. And then we've got these 2 screws, which will be the screws that are going to connect at the bottom of the phone once we put the digitizer LCD assembly back on. So now we are ready to connect our ribbon cables to the phone for the LCD and digitizer, and for the home button. Again, being very careful. These ribbon cables are pretty fragile, so it wouldn't take much to sever one or break it. So got to be careful. So we're going to connect that now, and hopefully everything will work. All right, so I've connected the ribbon cables for the touch screen digitizer LCD assembly here. There was 3 connections, and so before I put this bracket back on and put it back together and attach the home button ribbon cable, I want to just test it and make sure everything's working good. So I'm going to power it up now. So we got power, which is good, and we'll let that thing boot up and test the touch screen out and everything, and we should be good to go as long as all the connections are right. We'll be good to go. It's taking a little bit of time. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we got the passcode screen. Touch screen seems to be working good. Yep. Turn that off, and we have a brand new screen. LCD digitizer assembly, everything seems to be working good. My home button isn't connected yet, so I'm not going to be able to tap my home button. So I'm just going to hit the power button, power it back off for now, so that I can attach the home button ribbon cable, the two little brackets that we got left, and then put it back together. Everything's good. Alright, so I've attached the bracket that covers the ribbon cables for the LCD digitizer assembly now. All we got to do is reconnect the home button ribbon cable, which connects right here, and put the little bracket right there to that, and then we can close this thing back up, and we'll be good to go. So I've got it powered up and I've connected the home button, but I just want to test it out. So
hi, babe.
Click on that and hit the home button.
You have fun today?
And home button's working, so we're good to go. So now we just got to put it back together, 2 screws, and we're done. Okay, so I got the home button hooked up, and I'm just putting it back together. You just want to easily push it back into the frame, and that's what I'm doing now. Work your way from the top to the bottom. Kids are in the background playing. So I'll get that pushed down in there, and then I'll just put the 2 screws at the bottom here, and we're done. Okay, so now we got the screen in there. Got the 2 small screws at the bottom put in. Turn it on one more time. She's looking good. New screen. Kind of a slow startup. And everything is working good. We'll tap on an app. Hit the home button. Home button's working. Everything is working good. All right, there we go. Success. One more thing, I wanted to try the camera out just to see if it does still work, and try to take a picture of me taking a picture of me, and the camera does still work, so that's good. So we are good to go. Camera's still working. Everything's fully functional. All right, success.